What's poppin', people? This Uncommon Sense Show back at you another week, like we always are, every Tuesday night. Even though I don't post it till Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whenever. But excuse me. We back at you, and as always, we got a pretty good topic tonight. I'm a little on the tired side myself, but we're gonna have a good show. I'm gonna send this cold out, and well, we're gonna get the crew up in here, and shit. That's pretty much it over there. So y'all give me a couple of minutes. I usually will play some music, but I noticed I got some copyright, whatever the fuck they call it. Some shit with the copyrights. So I just said, you know what? It's probably best if I just kind of DJ on my own, more so than putting it here on the show. And so that's what I'm doing. So I just sent the code out. I'm gonna type this in for Mika. Hopefully everybody had a good week and everything. Yeah, what's good?
What's going on?
Okay, Carla, I can't call. How you doing?
Shit, this damn edible just kicked in.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm sending this code around trying to get everybody up in here.
Yeah.
You know, how that edible treat you?
Shit, good.
I know that.
I did an Instacart because man, I tried to go to the stores today, and damn near everywhere I went was a long ass line. I said, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm finna do an Instacart. Let somebody else stand in that line.
What's the Instacart?
Huh?
What's that? You say Instacart?
Yeah, basically they shop for you, and then they deliver the food.
Oh, that kind of sucks because you know you won't be able to pick out, what it is you're trying to get.
Well, you can pick out what you're trying to get. It's just I don't trust them picking my vegetables
Right.
or my meat. So I got a lot of other little things.
Okay, well that's something.
Yeah, my refrigerator was bare, so I'm like, okay, let's go on and do this.
Yeah, you got to get some food up in there.
Yeah, how was your week? How was your weekend?
Cool. I had to work Saturday, and softball just started, so I'm trying to get back in the swing. I'm still dealing with I don't know if it's my knee, my hamstring, or what, but I'm still playing. So,
Yo, I definitely understand that. Hell, my knee, it was feeling good for a minute. I think that shot wearing off because, man.
What, you have a cortisone shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah, you might have to go get them every so often.
Yeah, buddy, because I see the thing is I'm parking in a temporary parking spot until they can move me closer since I just started. So I work like on Walcott and Polk.
Mm-hmm.
But then I have to walk all the way to basically 13th and like Washburn and Wood Street, like 14th and Wood.
How far is that?
It's far enough to hurt my damn knee.
I know that shit. Yeah.
But I mean, you walk for a living, so it might not be that far for you, but it's about maybe 3 or 4 blocks.
Well, I don't do that much walking. No, that's the city carriers. I'm a rural carrier.
Oh, okay. Well, you just drive and then just
got it. Shit, I have to get my own little cardio when I can. That's probably why I be so sore now because I don't really move like I should.
Well, you know what? That's the thing, because I walk there in the morning, then I walk there at night. I be huffing and puffing, but I get used to it.
Yeah, it take a little repetition, especially the weather finna get nice in a minute too. So, that'll make you, at least for me, it make me want to get out there even more.
Funny thing though, I did like today. I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna take care of myself. So I went to go get my eyebrows waxed.
Yeah.
And the lady was like, "You want me to, wax your mustache?" And I'm like, I knock all this shit up. What the fuck you talking about mustache? But I let her do it, and I'm like, sure. it hurt. Like I could feel the hair pulling. I'm like, I had a mustache. Damn. And it's like now I even look brighter. Like the fuck, I had a whole shirt. Like I said, my friends ain't shit because they've been looking at it forever and ain't told me nothing.
But you know, they try to, they go try to get as much money as they can about you. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I had like the little catfish thing, the little
Oh.
like right there. I saw it, but I'm like, nah, that ain't that bad.
I never noticed that. I never noticed it. I have not. I just haven't. Okay. Well, all right. I noticed.
I'm not real frilly like that because I mean you already know I don't shave my legs, but
Right,
I want at least to have my face looking right.
Okay.
Hell.
Well, they got you squared away, so that's good. I mean,
Yeah.
shit.
Look, I had to do my own chin hair shit.
So they got. So I was looking through the messages. You may have saw them, may not. Will's usually on like a half hour, so we catch him on the next one. Tamika just said I need about 40 minutes also, and she hadn't made it home yet. So,
okay.
I don't know what's up with John. Alicia's usually here.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, we'll just wait it out, Well, tonight's topic.
I think I saw the revolution.
Revolution.
Who's revolution? Shit,
Well,
look, I need answers. Who's revolution?
It is kind of like, it was kind of condensed, but it's so many different ways I was thinking about attacking it. I was thinking, okay, like for one thing, I was thinking, okay, are Black folks close to the revolution today? Or not, or further away?
We ain't ready for no revolution. Not right now.
Oh, okay, well, that makes two of us. There's Alicia just came up in the building. Alicia, what's happening?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Alicia, are you blind?
Yeah, she had it hooked up last time. Y'all ain't noticed that?
I wasn't on the show last week, was I? I know I was high. I don't remember.
Yeah, you were here, Miss Eartha. You were here.
Oh well, I'm high now.
She was high and stupid.
You sound like my mama. You sound like my mama. Look at you, just high and stupid.
High and stupid. For no damn reason.
Right on. Alicia, how your week been?
Man, it's busy. Busy. I'm getting ready to go to Florida Thursday.
Watch out now.
Man, we about to clown.
Fun in the sun.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What part of Florida you going to?
We're going to Destin.
I never heard of it.
You better hope they don't chain your ass up and put you out there with the rest of them slaves they finna have in Florida.
What?
I'm going out there. I'm out there with my cousins. We might shoot up the place. This is a cousin's trip, girl. It's 15 of us going.
Oh well, shit, yeah.
It's a girls trip. It's a girls trip. Well, I got two of my cousin and his boyfriend going, but everybody else is female. But we gonna tear up the joint. We a tear up full. I ain't no slave.
You'll knock all that shit over.
Knock all that shit over.
That's cool. How long you gonna be out there? A week?
Till Monday. Till Monday, and then I gotta come back. I'm gonna stay here for a couple of days, and I'm headed to Chicago for a couple of weeks.
Right on. Yeah, that's cool. That sounds like shit. I'm getting ready to go on vacation on the 30th.
Where you going?
Home.
Are you going? You having a staycation?
That's they call it. Okay, that's
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Shit, I'm chilling at the house. I don't do too much traveling. I kind of, I'll be homebound. I just want to just relax and then never turn to that. But at least I'll be off work. So.
And that's always the thing, right?
Hey, yo, my Instacart is here. Give me a few minutes, okay?
Go ahead, take your time.
What did you say?
She said her Instacart. She ordered some groceries off Instacart. I didn't even know what it was.
Oh, I love Instacart.
Apparently, it's a good thing. Like if you don't want to, I
use Instacart. I use Instacart a lot.
Okay, well, fair enough.
But I don't use it I use it only for I don't use it for meat. I don't use it for vegetables or fruit. Stuff that I have to pick out, I do that myself, but sometimes it's helpful.
Yeah, I just said the same thing. Oh, and then by the way, since I just talked you up, so I was like, okay, Alicia ain't here yet. I said she should be here. But either way, you are here, which is good. Okay, yeah. Nice topic. You know the nice topic?
Shit, I knew it.
Well.
I knew it. Let me scroll back. I swore I knew it because I was getting ready to talk smart to Ebony about why she wasn't present for our meeting that we did going once, going twice.
Oh, well, she knew. Well, she knew the topic.
That's because she went back and looked at it.
Okay, well, all right.
I don't know. Remind me, Kenar, because you
Okay,
know.
the topic is revolution. Now,
Oh yes, I remember that.
okay. Now, here's the thing. This is what I was thinking about. Okay. Now, what I was telling Ed for you right before you got on. Okay, are Black folks close to the revolution or further away? That was one way I wanted to go with. Then another way was, are Black folks close to the revolution or are white folks close to the revolution? That's a two-sided, you know what I'm saying? Two-sided type of deal. Those are two ideas that I had that I wanted to push out to see what all we got to, say, in lieu of everything that's going on. So what you think?
I think it's both. I think that people collectively are sick of the shit. Like, I mean, even when you talk about, I don't want to call them allies, but white people who know that the shit is fucked up, and even white racist people, like, everybody systemically is just tired of the shit. Like, because I don't care what spectrum that we're on, we're all experiencing the same kind of things, with the exception of that 1% that have money. So I think that everybody is foolish, is just had a feel of what's going on. And so now that's why you saw like the insurgents in Washington. You see, Black folks rioting and picking white folks. Like, it's just like, it's mayhem, because I think everybody's just sick and tired. And it's just like, you have different groups going off in different kind of ways, but I think that it's stemming all from the same thing. And so you just have, I think it's everybody. I think Blacks, whites, I think everybody's just sick of the shit. And I don't even think it's like it's specific to even the US. Like, just globally, I think people are just sick of the shit.
I can see that. That's a good point that you made, because people know when they're getting screwed over and they're not getting their fair share, their needs not being met, and they know they're being lied to, and they know when they're being tricked into this and that. And then especially we live in this information age where you can go and research shit, and a lot of this media has a lot of influence on people's minds. And so whether it's true or not true, but just the thought of, say for instance, like, I seen something somewhere, and I don't know how factual it is, but apparently, or maybe you might even made mention of it, something with the gas. Basically, like, the gas basically shouldn't be as high as it is, that they're basically robbing us on the prices because we get our gas or our fuel from a certain place.
Right.
But they use Ukraine and everything as a means to hike the prices up.
Right.
See, a lot of people may caught wind of that and believe that to be fact. And then now they then went out in the street and they, doing all type of crazy shit.
Not only that, but you remember last week we were talking about the truck drivers coming in from Mexico and how they were like they were literally stopping them from coming in, and it was just to drive up the prices and create a surge of, when it's not there. Now you have a supply and demand thing, so now you can hike up the prices on shit that's there, but you have the stuff is there, you just won't let it through. Like, even that, like, people cannot afford a whole lot of things right now. And so I think that, I think it's just a straw. I think that even like right before COVID, things started to happen in COVID and the riots and, all of that stuff was I think it was just a straw. And so now it's like a domino effect. You have a lot of little different things going on, but as we all know, those little things that go on, it's been going on for years now. Little things going on, it's gonna build up to be something big as shit.
True indeed. And that's what's been happening. The people are frustrated and they lashing out, and like here in Chicago, they'll talk about, crimes going down, and that's a lie. I mean, it's like, seem like every week you're hearing about something's going down, carjack.
But you got to look at how they specify crime. Like, even when you talk about Chicago is not a big crime city like they will portray it, but they do it per percentage. So Chicago is a big city. So if you do percentage wise, like Birmingham is considered more dangerous than Chicago, but they're doing it based off percentage and not how many people. So percentage wise, Chicago maybe, the crime may be lower, but because there's so many people, it just doesn't seem that way.
Right. So whereas, say, if it was less people, then the shit would be in reverse. Is that what
well, so when they do the studies, they base it off percentages. So if you have 1 million people and I have 500, then, if I have 250 people committing crime, then that's my 50%, right? If
Mhm.
you have 1 million people and you have 50,000 committing crime, my percentage is still more than yours because that's 50% of my population committing crime. Whereas, you may only get like 25%. Now 50,000 it's not it's a lot of people, but when you look at it in totality and how many people that are actually in Chicago as opposed to somewhere else, it's not that big. But unfortunately, Chicago is a city that is in trouble. Like Chicago has been broke for a long time. Like, and I mean, if you think about it, like I've never seen a boot man in white communities. You always see them in poor communities. They're always booting people's shit. They're always like, even like I remember going to the lake and not having to pay for parking. Why do I have to pay for parking in a public park that we pay taxes? That's something that we pay taxes for anyway. But
Right.
now you have to pay to park. You remember the chosen few for years was free to go, free to. So now all of a sudden, now they found a way to kind of generate some kind of revenue off of something that they didn't even create. It had nothing to do with them. That's something that we created for us. And so now they found a way to, and when they found a way to kind of generate revenue, parking and everything, look how messy it became. Like it was never that messy.
Yeah, I mean, but see, to me, well, at least I've never been to the Chosen Few picnic because I'm not no house here. I don't fuck with house like that. But
Me
I
neither.
heard about it, and like a lot of people say it's a big thing. It used to be free. You can go out there and sit all day and da 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 da. Now they got a fee for it, But I just think that's just.
It's because it's a great corrupt ass city. That's why.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Oh, sure enough.
Oh no.
Sure enough.
This my ode to the Hebrew Israelites, because ain't that they costume?
Man, look, Kadar, I'm fooling around with Ebony. Why I'm talking to Ebony on her platform? I gotta get into it with them now. They on me.
Wow. See what happened? What you say?
I just want the Ebony, I can't even remember what the conversation was, but whatever so Ebony basically said that she didn't believe what they were saying. Just please leave her alone. Like she was like, I've asked you all to, I told you I'm not into that. I don't agree with that. Just please. And she said, just please leave me alone. Mm-hmm. The dude is on, like he's on there like just mad disrespectful, mad hostile. So I just asked him. I was like, yo, I said, I don't understand what the hostility is. Like my thing is, I'm like, if you, because he was like, well, our people don't know the truth and they refuse to believe the truth like her, blah, blah, blah. So what I said to him, I was like, well, if you told her the truth and the truth is the truth is going to stand even after you say it. So all you need to do is tell her the truth and let her do with that what she wanted to do with it. I'm like, and so he said something else. And I said, but if you're trying to convince people or bring people into a knowledge that you believe is true, I said, why are you so hostile? I said, because right. Are you meeting your goal doing what you're doing? I said, I don't think that you're accomplishing what you're setting out to accomplish because you're hostile. Mm-hmm. Apparently, I'm talking shit now. Uh-oh. And it was me. And I'm like, and he was a little disrespectful. And I was like, I don't argue, I don't do all that gangster.
But if you notice, Alicia, he will only argue with the women.
Yeah, so I went on his page. And look, real talk, he was only arguing when I say arguing, he would, like, if you would say something, he would go and find that comment and he would say something about that, but it was the majority of it, like 98% of it was women. And and when I say go back and forth, it was a lot of bitch shit going on because he would go back and forth, like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And again, like, I don't knock nobody's belief, but if somebody respectfully says that they don't believe that, be respectful. Like, leave it alone. Like,
there's nothing else to say after that.
That was just one of them.
Oh yeah, she had a whole crew on them. She had a whole crew.
I mean, they
had a party.
Just like a bunch of random guys that just so happen to be Hebrew Israelites.
Most of the time when you post something, they'll get on your post, be like, but you not black anyway, you a Hebrew Israelite. And I would just ignore it, and then they just kept coming. I'm like, listen, I know that y'all believe, I believe something different, no disrespect. Mm-hmm. Oh, you a lost Christian, you this and you that. And I mean,
they called her Christian a couple of times.
That set me off. Then I started talking about it.
So okay, I
I said, you ain't doing shit but sitting up there waiting on your fat ass baby mama tax refund. So you go buy more sheep.
She did.
Something like that.
She did.
I would. Should we bring that to the show some kind of way? I mean, like really, like focus on that. What y'all think? Because
I mean, we can talk about it, but I think we should talk about it in the context of.
Be mad. Shit.
I don't think it should just be specific to that. Like, I definitely think, like, even with me being Muslim, like, as long as I've known Ebony, Ebony has seen me in all my trans, like, she's seen me covered up. She's seen me, you know, when I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Y'all see me when I ain't. But I'm Muslim. And I've never tried to, like, convince her to be a Muslim, like,
and stuff like that.
Yeah, we've talked about, like, I have plenty of friends that are, like, interested. I've had friends come to the mosque with me. I've had, but my thing is that respectfully, like, I believe what I believe, so I'll tell you what I believe. But to me, it's a disrespect. Like, my father's a preacher, and I remember my father told me a long time ago. He said, it's disrespectful for people to walk up to you and put their hands on you and pray. Like he said, they're supposed to act. True. And a lot of these people that find whatever they think they find is good for them, they want to impose that on everybody else. And it's not just the Hebrew Israelite, it's Christians, it's Muslims, like it's anybody who is like anybody who is overzealous about what they believe. And if you don't believe it, then like, who are you to tell me I'm going to hell? Like, if you believe in God, like, only Allah can tell me I'm going to hell. That's not for you to judge. You don't even know where you're going. Right. You're not supposed to say that to me.
This one dude gonna tell me, now when y'all come back, remember you said that. I was like, boy, if you don't get your big.
No, that ain't what she said. Let me tell you what this fool said. She said, ain't y'all supposed to been back? What happened? Did his plane get lost? That's what she said. That's what
you know what?
Look, I said that too.
I feel like, okay, everybody there's enough room for all these different religions and everything else. So, you can pick and choose what you want to do, how you want to live, the faith that you want to be a part of. But you ain't, like, again, I agree with what you just said, Alicia. You ain't got to impose it on nobody. To me, if you got to force somebody to do it, it's not right. You know what I'm saying? Either people going to gravitate to it and pull into it on their own, and that's it, that's all. But if you force it on people, that's just, to me, that's suspect. You know what I'm saying? Or at least your representation of it is suspect, because you should
exactly.
But what the crazy thing is, back in the day, I was picking up what they was putting down until I started.
They say some good shit.
Okay, but when you start, like, paying attention and learning more than just that, you get to see that the shit don't really make a lot of sense. And they started blocking me when I started putting facts up. When I said I put up some shit like, I said, the time that this curse was supposed to have happened was 3,000 years before Black people even made it to America.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but even with that, like, I agree with Kanara said, like, a lot of times when people are overzealous like that, they're trying to force an issue because they're not clear about what it is that they believe. They don't know how to respond to questions. And so
I have you fucking confused because I'm gonna say some shit.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing. Like, you can say, I don't know. Like, I'm still trying to learn, and that's sufficient. But what they try to do is they try to beat you with loud talking and being overly aggressive to get through the point that they really don't understand what it is that they believe. Like, the reality of it is somebody that is very studied, and it's not a lot of people. Like, I'm still learning about Islam. Like, so I don't go try to bully. No, I don't know enough about it to fight you, but I know enough people that if I have a question, they'll give me an answer for it and I can give it to you. But you're never supposed to use any knowledge that you have to beat up people first of all. But if you know what you know, then any question that somebody has, you should be more than happy to answer it. Because if you honestly believe that what you believe is the truth and is honest and is good, then you have no problem explaining to other people what's so good about it, what this is. And even saying, I don't know the answers, but I can get you to somebody. If you don't mind, I can get you somebody who can answer all your questions, because I don't want to do is I don't want to be the reason to turn you away. And what I also found out is that I drew a lot of people to Islam just being myself. Like, people, the way that I live and who I was made people asks about Islam. May like me and Ebony been friends for years, and Ebony, she all out of pocket with she believe what she believe. And I got a couple of friends like that. I don't have judgment like that. I don't have judgment because my things. I'm you're supposed to be a good person. Like I don't care what God you serve. If the God that you serve tell you to be shitty to anybody, you're not serving a God. You're serving yourself. So even if somebody don't believe what I believe, it still means that I have to be a good person. I have to be a good neighbor to them. Like it doesn't mean that I get to treat you like shit because you're not Muslim or because you say you don't believe in God. And sometimes when people don't believe, your behavior will dictate. Like you hear a lot of people say they don't go to church no more because they don't want to deal with people in the church. They don't like how the people in the church treat them. So don't you think that if you're in these churches and you believe what you believe, that you're going to be held accountable for what you believe and how you treated these people? If you believe that judgment day is coming and you're going to stand before God, don't you think that you're going to be judged for turning people away or being the reason that people could not receive the word or receive it when they were supposed to, or we are receiving when we're supposed to, but being a deterrent for somebody coming in that church or creating a hostile environment for somebody coming to try to, even if they just trying to learn, like, how dare you be so fucking rude? Like, how dare you? And people forget that you didn't start being a master. You started as being a student. Right. And so, when somebody's coming to you, stop treating them like, and I've had people say that, well, you should know this. You just basic. No, you didn't know this at some point. And if I'm asking you, just tell me, but don't treat me as if I'm stupid, because there was a time that you didn't know what you knew. And, and be humble yourself and remember, we should all be wise to remember that there was a time that we didn't know what we knew, and be patient with people that are actually trying to learn and asking questions generally because they want to know. And I think that's the biggest problem.
And I think that's why a lot of people, some people don't have faith, and really truthfully, you can have your own individual faith if that's what you choose to do. You don't need to go to a building to say that you're a part of this or that. That's something that you are. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's how I look at it. And to me, there's no, on the outside looking in, I say there's no one better than the other. I don't even think it's an issue of better. It's really just an issue of preference, what you prefer, type of life that you want to live. And if this religion ties in with that, then hey, go be a part of it. That's cool. You had that option to do that, but that don't mean to shit on everybody else's religion. Like I said, it's a lot of religions I really don't know about. Hadn't took any time to research anything. So I can't judge them, And it's the same thing with people. People are the ones who make up these. Arguably, people make up these religions. Arguably, I can't prove that one way or the other, but people support the religions. I'll say that. And so, just like with judging people, I do have that. I do prejudge. I'll be the first to say that.
We all do. We all have biases.
But like I said, I try to do some good, just like everybody else, and that's all we got to go on. But don't impose on nobody. Don't try to, no sweat nobody about their faith. That's theirs. They own that. You don't. It's theirs. Right. If it don't set in line with yours, and it don't set in line with yours, live and let live. A lot of wars wouldn't have transpired if everybody had that same mentality. A lot of conflicts wouldn't have transpired behind that, because people want to force this on this group, and it's a domination type of thing. It's sort of it's like bullying in a way. We don't need all that shit.
It's exactly what it is.
It's enough room for everybody here on the planet.
But that's one reason why we can't, as a people, we can't come together collectively, because of, even when we talk about religion, like I don't have to agree with you. Respect that we're not going to all see things eye to eye, but because we can't collectively say, like you say, like, I can respect, I don't have to understand that you're agnostic or that you're Catholic and I'm Muslim. That's not for me to understand. Your relationship with God is your relationship with God. That's not my business, because I got to get my stuff in order over here. But what I need to do is be a good person, so that when you at least look at me, be like, man, I can, that's a pretty good Muslim. Like, she's pretty, or look at you, be like, man, that's a pretty good Catholic. Like, you wanna walk in a way that makes people be like, that's a really good person. Like, no matter what you are, but also respectfully, if you Christian and I'm Muslim, why we can't get along? Why we still can't? Because we still got we still black in America. We still have the same problems. Why can't we set that to the side and be like, hey, I respect the fact that we're different here, and like really, because I think it's a lack of respect. Like you people feel like they don't have to respect what they don't believe in, and that's a big problem. So now you right, so you don't want to respect it, and so then we get in these spaces where we're trying to talk about coming together or trying to fix stuff. Everybody's differences. What we want to talk about is the differences, and we don't need to, because I don't need to convince Kennard that he needs to do something other than what he's doing by his faith. That's not my concern. My concern is that we're Black in America, and these are the issues that we're facing, our parents are facing, our spouses, our family. How do we fix these? Because we're not going to all have the same anything. Like we're not going to, it's going to be a lot of things that are different, but the commonalities that we have are a lot stronger and should support what we're trying to do. And it doesn't, because we're too busy arguing about being a Hebrew Israelite or being, African or being indigenous. Like at the end of the day, you white folks see us, they don't give a shit if you're from Africa. They don't know that until we open our mouths. They don't know we're from until they actually open our mouths, and then they'll figure out what we are. But when they see us initially, we're just Black to them. And we haven't gotten to that point that we just be like, okay, we're Black, and even when you look at it globally, we have the same problem globally. Like we all have the same problem. We're too busy fighting over genealogy and shit that just really, things that we can't change, things that really don't matter, and things that are not going to benefit us when we talk about the injustices and the things that we're going through.
And that's why I said that we're not ready for no revolution, because as long as we all different sects, different religions, different beliefs and all this, I mean, we all are going to be. But until we can put all of that stuff aside and ask for the same things collectively, like you said, it's always going to be a problem, because right now everybody think we need something different, and that's what they demanded. We have to come, shush, Chloe. We have to come on one accord, put all this petty shit aside.
But I think the revolution gonna happen whether we ready for it or not. Like I see it, it's too much turmoil going on. It's gonna happen whether we ready or not.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
True. Okay,
why not?
Because I think
we'll ever be ready. I don't think we'll ever be ready.
I agree.
As far as preparing for it. But my thing is in order for it to be a revolution, it still needs to be a group of people moving as one. We got to at least have enough people that can put stuff aside to move this shit forward.
Well, but when I say revolution, I'm not talking about even with us. Like I was telling Kennard, you went to go get your Instacart. There is happening right now, and it's not just happening with Black folks. It's happening with white folks. You're talking about the insurgents. You're talking about the racists. Like it's going to happen. Now, whoever hijacks the revolution is who hijacks it. But it's too much stuff going on for it just to die down like this. There's a momentum that's picking up, and something's getting ready to happen. Now, whether we're part of that or whether we have a group that's collectively speaking for us or not, I think it's going to happen.
I think, well, you make a good point. But if I go back to, I think, as far as, and really you could arguably even say all people. I mean, even if you just step out of the realm of just Black folks, if you just went with all people, we still too petty to even get to a thing where we're all on one accord. That's not gonna happen.
But all you need is a few, because if you think about how revolution starts, you just need a few. You don't need that many, because I think what the issue is that you have people that want to do something and they really ain't clear about how to get it started or how to do something. So you just need like 10, 15, 20, 60 people. Even when you talk about like the Black Panther Party and all those movements started with a handful of people. And it grew because they started networking with the people that had those same interests and had those same thoughts, but just didn't know how to execute it. So when you find somebody that can show you how to execute it, that's why they went after Huey and Stokely and all those, because those are the people that can tell you how to execute it. You got plenty of soldiers that want to do it, but you also need those people to tell you how to execute it where it's most effective. And I think that's where we are right now. Like we don't have anybody to tell us how to execute and how to, if you think about like a child and when you try to talk them down and try to redirect their anger in a more positive way, like we're like children right now that have a lot of anger. We just don't know how to direct it. And when you find that group or somebody who shows you how to direct it in a way that's beneficial, then that's when it's going to start. And it might not even be a Black person. It might not even be about Black issues. It could be, something else. But I just think that because of all the stuff that's happening, something's getting ready to happen. And it may not be us per se, but it's too much shit going on. It's like too much weird shit. Too much. It's
Yep.
a lot of weird shit going on.
Straight up.
But you know, they like astronomically, this is a whole new age beginning.
Okay.
Well, but they said that in Ethiopia, it's because it's 2014. They said that the Mayans when COVID hit, that's when the end of the world was really supposed to happen, because Ethiopian is going by the time that we're actually supposed to go. But so they're in 2016 right now.
I thought 2014.
No,
I think
it's
they 8 years. They 8 years.
2014.
2012.
No, what year are they in? Hold on, let me tell you. Because
I thought they were 8 years behind, but I could be wrong. So
it was a whole lot.
I'm about to tell you.
Okay. I'll chill on it.
Let's see. 2014. They're in 2014.
yeah. So it's 8 years.
So in 2012, when the COVID first hit, has it been 3 years or 2 years now?
It's been 2 years.
So they said that whenever COVID started, they said that was actually when the Mayans predicted the end of the world. And that's when we got COVID, and how it changed the world. And COVID really did change. It changed a lot of shit.
It changed.
Yeah.
Ultimately, now this is just on the cut or on the surface for me. What it did was it slowed a lot of shit up, and it took the lives of a lot of people, and it changed. It made the economy worse. You know, everything's sky high. You know, everybody's trying to make money up from the money that they lost before. So
it also made people realize how much capitalism, you know, is fucking everybody.
Oh yeah, it puts it right in your face, because you know what? Like right here. I mean, you got to figure, when all these other mom and pop stores was closing, Walmart stayed open, Target stayed open, all the big places were still rolling right along. Post office is still open. You know, people are still getting mail, FedEx, Amazon. All those big companies are still making money and hiring in more people, almost pushing you from out of that mom and pop business to say, well, shit, well, you know, they closed Donnie's Burgers on 59th Street. Shit, I may as well go work for Amazon. You know, I mean, because that's what it did.
Real talk. But you also had you had the era of the Great Resignation too. So you had a lot of people that resigned.
Right.
You had the Great Resignation. You had a lot of people, and I don't even want to get you started. So I'm gonna say, don't nobody want to hear about the PPP loans, Kennard. But you did have people.
I ain't gonna say that.
You did get, because I'm about to say you had a lot of people start a business, and I know you about to start on the PPP loans. The people, you know, and unfortunately, people that got those loans and did not utilize them in a way that was beneficial to them, they got caught up. And I mean, you know, that just is like, I don't fault them for getting the money, but I certainly do fault, once you got that money, you didn't do shit with it, but what you have nothing to produce for it. And on top of that, you know, the people that lost like their Section 8, and they're like, how stupid could you, it's federal money. So you didn't think it was going to catch up with you. And then why didn't you at least have something to show, like even get a business, like even at best, get a business license, at least, not at best, but you have a business license to at least show that you're trying or attempting to start a business. But a lot of that didn't happen, but you did have a lot of people that found out and discovered that they really didn't need to work a 9 to 5 in order to survive, because people started to begin getting creative with their with how to make money, because they were unable to make money during COVID.
Right. So you had stuff like that going on. A lot of new jobs or careers, whatever you want to call it, have been created out of that. So you had, like I say, people, it's some motherfuckers out here that's getting paid to be life coaches and image consultants and shit like that. Jobs you never heard of 5 years ago. You're like, where the fuck? And they're getting paid from it. The internet is a good source for that. You know, I'm certain it's a whole lot of other shit out there that people are doing, they could do from their own homes and get paid big bucks. You know, that's capitalism. You know what I mean? So it kind of works for you and it works against you. It depends on what end of it that you're in. But as far as like, you know, just the, you know, like the mom and pop stores and stuff like that, the workers get hit the hardest. It's because they may not have that intellect to go and or that drive to go and start a business. They may be content with just, okay, I'm going to work for this company. But what happens when they shut that company down, or they go get a robot or some shit, or a kiosk to replace your cashier job? Then what do? You see what I'm saying? So it's really fucking over, because it's more people that take the unskilled labor jobs. It's a whole lot more people. You know, you just go fill the app out, they hire and they pull you in, you make your money, you go home. They're doing away with that. They're cutting a whole lot of those jobs. You go into Walmart now, you might see shit, maybe 1 or 2, maybe even 3 ringers there, or cashiers there. The rest is all self-check. Same with Home Depot, same with Jewel and all these other grocery stores and stuff. So they're doing away with those jobs, you know. But Amazon's still hiring, you know, Post Office still hiring, some of those places. And best believe that they're working on technology to cut down the personnel, to get machines to do the jobs that people would normally do. So, you know, we get into that point, you know. So we have to adapt with the times. I mean, you know, you want to survive out here, you have to make a way, you know. But go the PPP loans though, I really don't even want to go in that bad, because niggas know it's a loan. Okay, that's the thing. I don't care whatever money you got, if it's a loan at the end of it, you got to pay that back. It's a setup.
Well, I don't think it would have been a set, because there's some people that actually got the money and did what they're supposed to do. And there were ways they actually had loopholes and provisions where if you showed some stuff, you didn't necessarily have to pay it back.
Mm-hmm.
The only issue that I take is that people that actually got those, because they were like, literally there were people who had applied and didn't get them. So if you were fortunate enough to get the loan and you didn't do it, you didn't utilize it to move yourself any further, especially like if you're receiving assistance or you're not able to make ends meet to start out with. If you got that money and you didn't do anything to propel yourself forward, if you went and bought, you know, $300-400 hair and did, you know, balled out with that, and that's not what everybody did, but people that did that and people that actually did that, and then on the back end of it, when the people came looking for them, you lost your Section 8 and you lost your benefits behind it. Like that $20,000, like, it ain't big money, and you lost your home because of that. So now you have to figure out, you know, how to maintain what you have, because you no longer have those subsidies to kind of help you in you know, you or your children or whatever, help you in that time. So you pretty much fucked yourself over for $20,000. And you know, when you look at it like that, was it worth it? And then, you know, why didn't you use it? Because even like I said, if you had to just prove that, hey, I got my business license, I'm doing something with it, right, you may have gotten away with it. But just you know, just on the strength of not and do anything, and I don't have anything to show for it by way of business, like you don't have a business license, or LLC, you didn't set anything up, you don't have anything, and you don't have any money left. You know, but you know, as my great grandparents say, old people say, a fool in their money she'll part. So if you're not a good steward of money, then, you know, it was a some people saw it as just a free 20,000. So you know, they didn't respect it like they should. Like, that was 20,000, ain't a lot of money, but you could have done something with it. And because you didn't respect it like you should. Like, I respect money, so I like to spend it. But sometimes, like, I'll go shopping. Like, I stress shop a lot. And the older I've gotten, I got all these baskets everywhere. I got baskets, Saks, Bloomingdale's. I got all these baskets. I go shop and look for whatever I want. And then I just click out the basket. So I shop, but I don't buy anything. And you know, I'm always thinking about, like, do I really need, like, I don't need no damn $500 shirt. What the hell I need with a $500? Like, for what? You know, for what? I got shit in my closet right now that still got tags on it. But it's a stress reliever for me, and I recognize it for what it is, but I don't act on it. Like, I do it just enough to satisfy whatever it is in me that calms me, but I don't spend money. But when you don't respect money and you don't see money as something that needs to be, you know, you need to take care of it. Like, money and credit, you know, is how you maintain and manage and move. And so when you get these people that don't really respect, and that's not even everybody. Like, I definitely think that some people that got that money, they did what they, had to do with that money. And I'm not even talking about people that were on public aid. Like, it was some people that just, got the money and just fucked it over because they didn't, it was just, to them, they saw it as free money. And when you see it as just free money, it's, like, if I work for my money, it's going to be different. And I'm going to treat it different than if you hand it to me. Exactly. And I think that's how people saw it. It was just handed to them. So they didn't really care how they spent it or how quick it went or, counted it or whatever. It just went. And so unfortunately, a lot of people got caught up in it. I know a lot of people in Chicago got caught up in PPP loans and lost a lot of their benefits behind it. And some people even got jail time behind that shit.
It is what it is, because you know what? If you want to be a part of the hustle game, and you want to try to hustle the state and the feds, then this is one of the possibilities that could.
That's true.
That's just the fact. So it ain't no secret. I mean, I'm sure people that heard about what could happen or what happened to their friend the last time they did a PPP loan or whatever. Hey, look, if you want to take that chance and you know that you ain't got no business, you ain't got none of that, and you're not eligible, and you had Joe Blow over here fix the paperwork up to make it look like you had something that you didn't, then you know that you're gonna get hit. Even if it comes 30 years up the road, it's coming back to you. So that's why I say it was a setup for motherfuckers like that who knew they had no business taking this money. But look, we down to this last minute, y'all. It's the first part. We got Will and Mika coming on with us on this one. I don't know what's up with Bruh Johnny. He I put it out for him, so I'm gonna send him out the next one. I don't know if he MIA or what, but
he's definitely MIA because we haven't seen him in. Has it been a month?
Has it been a month?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, I mean, maybe he'll come in on the next one. I don't know. I mean, all I could do is just throw it out there. I don't know. I mean, if not, then we still gonna get down. I mean,
always eat.
Well, shit, gotta eat. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, shit.
Yeah, but why you scream, then put your screen on and you chewing? Like, what's wrong with you?
I didn't know my screen was on.